Please focus on that one, Coach. We start in the post-match press conference, colleagues. This is the match that we played here at FNB, and AmaZulu visiting Kaizer Chiefs, and score ending in 1-1. Coach, please give us the final moments of the game that when you reflect and you think that the scoreline perhaps was supposed to be different, or if it is the good outcome what we saw today.
Thanks, Pravi. Good evening to the members of the media. Look, I think the way we started, I think we look promising. But until that moment when when we were supposed to pass his teammate, I think that was the first chance that Chiefs got. And obviously after that chance, with their supporters, cheering them up, it will give them that sort of like advantage or the belief that they can be on top of us. But I think before that moment, I think we look like we can head Chiefs. And then I think they gained momentum. We always waited for the moments that we knew where we were going to find the space. And whenever we did that, surely twice, before we got the goal, if you look at the goal that we scored, came from the very same moment. We wanted the space behind and they allowed us. So if you look at the chances that we created actually today, even half chances were from similar situation, because that's where they couldn't, the areas that they couldn't deal with in terms of closing that space. So, but we did not do that consistently, which is something that was disappointing on our side, because we could see that whenever we did that, we could get something out of it. But I think that first half they had, the best moments. They controlled the game, and we also had opportunities, those half chances, as I said. When you look at how we considered the first goal, we were more balanced that time, until Keegan missed the ball completely. But I can't fault him. He's a fighter, and it's one of those things where a player will always try, and sometimes he'll make mistakes. And football, it's like that. It's the nature of football where players are bound to make mistakes. It's just that I feel we considered the goal too early that time. I believe had we managed that moment until halftime, and then second half, I think we're going to take advantage, because now they're going to be playing and rushing, to hit us. But when you look at all the chances that Kaizer Chiefs created today, they came from us in attack, or us trying to play the ball right in the middle of the park. Whenever we got the ball in the right areas, not in the middle, but out wide, because that's where they created space. We knew Solomon was going to go high up the field. We knew that on the other side they're playing lopsided, but Pule, that's not his strength, so he's not a wing back. So the plan was to let's tie up Pule and make sure. Not Pule. Is it Pule Modi?
Modi. Yes.
Yes. We needed to make him tired, to make him run. But I think Nkosi did not take advantage of that. And whenever he did that, you could see Pule. He had to go and defend, and coming back, he's still recovering. So it's one of those things. But yeah, I think we'll take the point and run. I think our goalkeeper kept us in the game. The moments that we got, in order for us to kill the game, I think we should have capitalized on that. I think 1 minute left, if not the referee's optional time, we had 5v2. Before the 5v2, we had 3v2, inside the box. So again, poor decision making in the final third let us down. But I think I will always say the players, they gave their best, and I'll give them the credit. It's not going to be easy anyway for any games to play away. But I think I fancied our chances that we'll come here maybe with the hope of getting 3 points away from home for the first time. But we knew that Kaizer Chiefs was never going to give it to us on a silver platter. We had to dig deep.
Thank you very much, Coach. We're going to take a few questions before we wrap up with this first half of the press conference. Let's run with it.
Joseph from Sports Coach. I don't know whether I should say condolences or commiserations on a point that you got. Looking at how your squad, your team plays, you've conceded goals even after coming from a winning position. Even today, it's Bonilelo. How do you then drill the mentality to these boys that a game has to be killed as soon as you've got control over it? Because like you say, rightfully, you've left some moments where you could have just killed the game. How do you work on that? It's more a mental thing than physical.
It is true, Brati. It's more a mental thing, you know. We need time. You know, some of the players started working with them, you know, this season. And when you look at them, for an example, Ngwenya, you look at the tempo of PSL and the tempo of where he comes from in Zimbabwe. You know, that alone tells you, you know, the demands this side, the pressure, you know, it's not the same. And he's only 22 years old. And at the moment, we're relying on him as our top marksman, you know. So, and not only him, the only players in the team today was Kutumela, obviously, because we need a spine. And we also brought in Pule to play as one of the 6, you know, and double up as an 8 as well, with the support of Mbanjwa, because all our defensive midfielders are out injured. The guys that we're relying on heavily, the players like Tara, because of their experience, and sometimes they're bound to, you know, to crack, you know. So I concur with you when you say we score first, but we allow the oppositions to come back. And this season, this is the 4th game. When you count the game, the cup game, it was a cup game, I think, the MTN 8 against Stellenbosch. We scored first. We ended up losing 3-2 in the extra time. And then again, we went to Skukune. Same thing, we scored first last minute of the game. Not last minute, I think 86 minutes, we considered. We went to Magezi just after 3 days. Magezi. So if you count all these points, you know, but it comes with the young squad as well, that is inexperienced, that they will make costly mistakes. But I hope they will learn and learn fast, because we can't afford to keep dropping points like this. So you're talking, we've dropped 3 points. 6 points that you could have, you know, that could have been in the bag, and then we're in a better position by now.
Thank you, Coach. As I said, just last 2 questions, we move.
Coach Lorenzo from Industry Times. I consider you as part of the whole process here at Chiefs, where it was like a reset. You spoke about it, where the team had to start over. So if you look where the team is now, let's say 2.5 or 2 seasons after your proverbial reset, have they gone further, if you know what I mean? Have they progressed since that reset that you and Coach Dylan and your technical team did at the time? Yeah?
You talk about Chiefs?
Yeah.
To be quite honest, I wouldn't like to talk about, you know, Kaizer Chiefs matters. I understand, obviously you want to know, but to be quite honest, Chiefs is playing well. What I saw today, they're playing well. Yes, to be quite honest, they've progressed. It's always good to see some of the players like Mtutuzi, Mshini. I think Mshini today showed his quality, you know. And these are the products of Kaizer Chiefs. And when they play, at some point, it's going to benefit the team. And not only Duduzi and many other players that we saw. So just to show people that time, that there was a plan anyway. But obviously that's football. When things are not going well, it's all about results, you know. So yeah, but the coaches are doing very well.
We'll close Kamakarena.
Yes, coach. When you're here.
Sure, Bravi.
Yes. I mean, how important is to, I remember last season, some of your matches, there were some serious goalkeeping errors. And maybe you find that if you don't have a 40, you're struggling to have maybe a strong number 2. How important is to have someone like Darren, the junior international, you look at the saves that he made here, including the penalty as well. In as much as, I mean, you were in a losing position, but you ended up gaining a point, and part of that goes to your goalkeeper.
Yeah, look, I think Darrell has done well for us, and unfortunately for him, when he was doing well, he got injured, and then we lost him for about 3 weeks, because of concussion. So we had to bring back Ofori because of his experience. If you remember, we were playing against Skukune, and he's been doing very well, actually. He's ahead of the other guys in terms of performance, But as things stand, we have 3 number 1s, because even the young man Olwetu, when he was given the chance, when Darrell got injured against Skukune, he came in and did very well, so which is the good thing when you have 3 number 1s. But so far, I think what motivates Darrell as well is him being in the preliminary squad, and it's always good also for us as a club to have players who are going to be in the national team to represent the country and the club as well.
We leave it right there. Wish Coach the best in another competition where you're playing a hosting occasion weekend. Please, you may carry out the message.
Yeah. No, the message is about, the pressure of football, sometimes the stress, and we forget the most important things. We obviously would have loved to get maximum points because tomorrow is the club, the club's birthday. Oh. And it was going to be nice, to celebrate with our supporters, and everyone have been backing the team for all these years, because the team's got so much, rich history. So, but as I said, we will take the point and run. Hopefully, we will make them happy on Sunday when we play a cup game.
Thank you, Coach. All the best. Best on weekend and travel safe.
Oldest team in the league.
Yeah. Thank you.